When it comes to our children's health, it is so very important to have specialists nearby when a child is in need. The folks at Niswonger Children's Hospital have joined with ETSU in a very special partnership, and they are welcoming Pediatric Endocrinologist Dr. George Ford to Johnson City. And this morning, we are welcoming him here to Daytime Tri-Cities. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, a lot of folks may not know, what is a pediatric endocrinologist?
Well, a pediatric endocrinologist is a kid's gland and hormone doctor. So I help kids with a variety of issues, including type 1 and type 2 diabetes, growth disorders, thyroid disorders, adrenal disorders, pubertal disorders, basically all the hormones that help a kid grow up and enjoy life. I help to make sure that happens the right way.
And why, you know, you say it's so important. Why is it so important to have specialists like you available nearby to help folks out?
Well, the type of care we provide is very specialized, and most of our children have an endocrine problem or hormone problem for the rest of their life. And so the services we provide are invaluable because it takes a lot of experience to understand how to provide the best care for these kids.
And you know, one of the big issues that you have to deal with is diabetes.
Right.
Now, let's talk about some of the signs and symptoms of type 1 diabetes especially.
So type 1 diabetes has several signs and symptoms. The most common are you get really, really thirsty, you eat a lot, you're peeing all the time. You may find your child is waking up at night to pee and then keeps drinking at night as well. They tend to lose weight because they're peeing out their calories. Right. Sugar comes out in their urine. And eventually they can get very, very sick and get into what we call diabetic ketoacidosis. And that can cause a child to begin to breathe fast and become confused and look very ill.
So it's very important to have someone like you available to treat and help cure. You can't really cure, but to help treat that child.
Absolutely. When a child gets into that state, if they're not treated properly, it's a life-threatening emergency.
And let's talk about this special partnership between Niswonger Children's Hospital and ETSU. You're part of that, aren't you?
Right.
Talk to me about that special relationship there.
So it's a wonderful relationship.
Yeah.
You know, both the university and Niswonger have joined together to kind of provide this service and provide the space in conjunction with Mountain States Medical Group so that we can provide this service locally. You know, a lot of families have been driving 2 or 3 hours to get to a pediatric endocrinologist. And so, you know, all these entities have come together so that we can have these kind of specialties in our region.
And lastly, if someone is, you think your child may need some help along these lines, you think they may be showing signs of diabetes type 1, how do they get with you? Did they go to Niswonger Children's Hospital? Did they go to ETSU? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, if they're having the beginning symptoms, they should meet with their primary care physician who can run some simple tests to see if they're developing diabetes. If they're becoming sick and showing those kind of really heavy signs of kind of diabetic ketoacidosis, then they would want to go to an emergency room, and that's usually where their primary care doctor would send them.
All right, Dr. George Ford, thank you so much for being with us
You're
today and giving us some great information. And it's great to have you in this region, another specialist on hand to help you when your child needs the most help. It is great to have you here.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
All right.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by